Hello everybody and welcome to a somatic mobility flow. I'm really excited to be able to finally film a video like this, and I just want us to get into our bodies, explore all the different types of ranges of motion that our human body has to offer, and just try to gain a little bit more confidence, comfortability in our movement capacity. So we're gonna start by standing up. I'll have you guys face the front of the mat, right in the center, feet about shoulder width apart. And we're just gonna start by mobilizing our head and our neck. So go ahead and look up towards the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck and the throat, nice and gentle, no need to force. And then go ahead and tuck the chin into the chest, gently stretching the back of the neck, not forcing into any painful or uncomfortable positions. We're just gonna oscillate back and forth at your own pace, holding each position for however long you need, or just moving back and forth and only holding each position for a second or two. Whatever you need, whatever feels comfortable, noticing if there's any tension or tightness in a specific portion of your neck here, not trying to change anything, just simply noticing. If you aren't already, I do invite you to close your eyes if your balance allows, just so you can really focus your attention and awareness on the sensations of the body, taking away the visual stimulus from our eyes and directing our attention inwards towards our bodily sensations. From here, bringing the head back up to center, we're gonna bring right ear to right shoulder, and again, gently oscillating from side to side, shoulder to shoulder, not forcing any stretches, just mobilizing gently, maybe gaining a little bit more range of motion with each repetition, connecting to your breath, noticing where your breath may be stuck or where you may be holding on to any tension within your thoracic cavity that's not allowing your breath to fully inhale and exhale. And then dropping the chin into the chest, we're gonna do little half circles, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, again at your own pace, not forcing, just allowing gravity to let the head be heavy as it drops down. Noticing any tight spots, any cracks, any pops within your cervical vertebrae. Letting it all happen. Still connecting to the breath. And go ahead and relax the head, looking straight forward. Go ahead and shake out the shoulders. We're gonna do some spine articulation. So we're gonna start by tucking our chin into the chest, and now we're gonna roll our spine all the way down, moving towards the ground, one vertebrae at a time, as slow as you need, at your own pace. Once you get to the very bottom of the position, go ahead and actively pull your belly in towards your thighs using the strength of your hip flexors. And then go ahead and let go of that contraction before you start rolling back up towards the ceiling, one vertebrae at a time. Last thing that goes up is your head looking up towards the ceiling. We're just gonna go at our own pace, starting the movement at our head again, tucking the chin into the chest, letting the arms, shoulders, head be heavy as we roll down. Let gravity pull you towards the ground. Pulling yourself in actively, belly towards the thighs. Nice big stretch in the hamstring before you let go. And slowly roll back up. Still connecting with the breath. And we'll do that one more time. Tucking the chin. Rolling forward. Pulling yourself in towards your thighs at the very bottom. And go ahead and relax, let go, roll back up. Wonderful. Let's explore some of our hip mobility here and a bit of balance as well. So we're going to start by standing on one leg. I'm starting with my right leg. Left knee is going to drive up towards the ceiling. Hands can be on the hips if that's comfortable, or out in fists in front of you, whatever you prefer. We're going to drive the knee as high up towards the ceiling as we can using the strength of our hip flexors. From here, we're going to maintain that height in our leg and knee. We're going to open our leg out to the left. And then we're going to rotate our knee to point down towards the ground, back behind us, drawing a big circle with our knee, bringing it back down to center. And then again, we're going to drive that knee up. So again, lifting as much as you can. The goal here is to try to gain as much range of motion in this hip articulation as you can, drawing a big circle with the knee, dropping the knee down, leg goes back behind you. And then we're going to do that one more time, same direction, driving the knee up as high as you can, keeping it high as you open the knee and leg out to the side, rotating that knee, pointing down towards the ground, leg goes back behind you, back to center. Perfect. We're going to go in the other direction, still balancing on our right leg. If you topple, that's okay. Just bring it back to center. We're going to start by kicking our leg back behind us this time, squeezing our left glute, lifting our leg out to the side before we rotate that knee to face up towards the ceiling, driving the knee as high as you can towards the ceiling before you bring it back in front of you. Back to center. We'll do that 2 more times. Again, kicking our leg back, squeeze that left glute. Bring that leg out to the side, rotate the knee up towards the ceiling, and then back in front of you. We'll do one more, still balancing, kicking that left leg back, left leg out to the side, nice big circle with the knee, and then back down. Go ahead and shake out both legs. We just did a lot. Our right hip was working on stabilizing us for our balance. Our left leg, or our left hip, I should say, was working really hard in creating that control and articulation within our hip joint. So maybe these are some positions that you're not used to or familiar with, and that's okay. That's why we're doing this. But overall, this is going to help us create strength, control, balance, and create healthy joints as well for ourselves. So we're going to start on the other side, still connecting with the breath. Standing on the left leg, find your balance. When you're ready, drive that right knee up towards the ceiling, knee towards the chest as high as you can using your hip flexor before you open out to the side with the leg, rotating the knee to face down towards the ground, kicking that leg back behind you, drawing a nice big circle with the knee. That's 1. We're going to go again 2, driving the knee up, out, rotate down, back behind you, back to center. We're going to do 1 more. Bring the knee up, out, rotate down, back behind you. Nice. Still balancing on the left leg. We're going to reverse our direction, kicking that right leg back, out to the side. Rotate the knee up towards the ceiling before you bring that leg directly back in front of you. That's 1. Again, kicking that right leg back, out to the side. Rotate that knee up, bring it in front. Last 1. Kick back, squeeze that right glute out, rotate up and in front. Wonderful. Go ahead and shake it out. We just did a lot. Let's work on some single leg balance reach. So this one might be a little bit harder because not only are we going to be balancing, but we're going to be moving through our balancing. So starting on the right leg, balancing. We're going to take our right hand. We're going to hinge down. Our left leg is going to go back behind us like a tail. And we're going to tap our right hand to the outside of our right mat. And then we're gonna bring it back up to center, still balancing on that leg. If you topple over, that's okay. Just bring it back to center. We're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna hinge down, left leg goes behind us like a tail. This time we're gonna press the right hand to the center of the mat. And then bring both legs back together. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna reach down, this time we're reaching our right hand to the left of our mat. So 3 touch points, right, center, left. Back up. Still balancing on the same leg. We're gonna take our left hand this time. We're gonna reach down, hinge forward, tap the left hand to the left edge of the mat before you bring the legs back up together. Still balancing. We're gonna reach our left hand to the center of our mat this time. Back up. And then one more. Hinging forward, reaching the left hand towards the right edge of the mat. This one might be hard. That's okay. Do what you can. If you topple over, don't be hard on yourself. Just start back up again. Shake out that right leg. Might feel a little cramping in the feet and the arches. They're working really hard to stabilize us there. We'll do the other side. Still breathing. Try not to hold your breath. We're gonna balance on our left leg this time. With our left hand, we're going to reach down, hinge forward, right leg goes behind us. Like a tail, we're gonna touch our left hand to the left edge of the mat. And then we're gonna come back up to center, both legs back together. And again, same hand, left hand touches, reaches the center of the mat right in front of our left foot. And then back up to center. One more touch point with the left hand reaching across to the right side of the mat. All the way across our body. Bringing it back up to center. Still balancing on the left leg. This time we're gonna reach with our right hand. Hinging forward, right hand touches the right edge of the mat. Slight bend in that left knee. Try not to keep that knee locked out. Back up to center. Hinging forward again. Right hand touches the center of the mat, right in front of our left foot. And then back up to center. Legs together. Last one. Right hand reaches over to the left edge of the mat across our body. This is the hardest one here. Good. Back up to center. Go ahead and shake it out. Those are hard. From here, we're gonna move our way down to the ground. So go ahead and sit on your butt. We're gonna have our legs out in front of us, knees bent, feet on the outer edges of our mat. From here, you can bring your hands to support you behind you. If you're a little bit more flexible and mobile, then you can sit a little bit more upright and have your hands in front of you. But if you're a little less mobile in the hips, then reaching back to support us with our hands behind us. From here, wherever you are, keeping the feet planted on the outer edges of the mat, we're just gonna swivel our knees to the left. Try to get our knees to tap the ground, and then we're gonna bring it back up to center and windshield wipe our knees over to the right. Try to tap both knees on the ground. And we're just gonna oscillate back and forth at your own pace. Trying to tap the knees on the ground. If you've never done these before, might feel a little funky on the hips because most of us don't put our hips in these positions ever, especially that front leg that goes into that internally rotated position in our hip. Might feel tight, might feel uncomfortable, might feel foreign. That's okay, just trying to explore the range of motion that we have here at your own pace, still connecting with the breath, breathing in to the belly, expanding our belly like a balloon in all directions, forward, back, sides, up and down. Wonderful. From here, we're going to have our knees swiveled over to the left side, and we should be in a 90 degree position with both of our knees, so 90 degrees at the knees and then 90 degrees at the hip joint. I'm actually gonna turn and face you guys, but stay where you are. From here, we're gonna explore our hip mobility in different ranges of motion. So we're gonna start by bringing both of our hands to the front of our left shin, and then from here, we're gonna do back foot lift. So think of lifting your right foot up off the ground as high as you can. You should feel your outer hip engaging here. then bring that foot back down. We're gonna do 5. We're gonna lift up again, lifting that right foot up into that hip internally rotated position, and then back down again. That's 2. And then we're gonna go again, lifting that right foot up off the ground as high as you can. That's 3. If this is feeling easy, go ahead and shift your weight back into your hips so you're in an upright position. See if you can lift that back foot up off the ground again for 4. 1 more. Lift up, hold, 5. Wonderful. This time we're going to do back knee lifts. So again, either hands in front of that left shin to make it easier, or sitting back into the hips so we're in a more upright position. We're going to lift our right knee up off the ground as high as we can, trying to keep our hips squared towards our left shin, and then bringing that knee back down. We're going to do 5. We're going to lift that right knee up as high as you can, really using the strength of that outer hip muscle before you control it back down. That's 2. We're going to do 3 more, lifting up towards the ceiling, trying to stay nice and upright through the torso. Back down, 3. 2 more. We're going to lift up again for 4. Hold, squeeze, down. And 1 more. Lift that right knee up as high as you can without shifting or opening up your hips. Keeping the hips squared back down. Wonderful. Okay, take a moment, shake it out, little massage. Staying in this same 90-90 position. This time we're gonna do front leg lift. So this one might be a little bit harder. We're gonna take our hands and place them on the outsides of our left leg just to support a nice upright torso here. From here, we're gonna try to lift our entire left leg up off of the ground, foot, ankle, knee, hover above the ground, using the strength of our groin and our thigh to lift as high as we can before we control it all the way back down. We're gonna do 5, that's 1. Go ahead and lift again. Lift, lift, lift as high as you can, trying to stay nice and upright through the spine, through the chest, lifting the chest up, bringing it back down to the ground. That's 2, still breathing here. We're gonna go for 3. Lifting up, try to open the chest, spine nice and tall. Hold, control back down, good. 2 more. 4, lifting up. Squeeze that inner thigh, chest is nice and open, back down, controlled. 4, last one. And lift, 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 lift. Wonderful, back down. Okay, take a moment here. We're gonna do back leg lifts this time. So we're gonna have hands either out in front of us, or if you want to work on your balance and you're having an easier time with this, you could do either hands and a fist in front of you or hands on the hips, whatever you prefer. From here, we're going to lean our torso forward a little bit into that left leg. We're going to lift that right leg up back behind us. We're going to rotate that leg out to the side. See if you can straighten the knee and then rotate that right leg all the way in front of us to tap that heel at the back of our mat. Lift that leg back up and we're going to rotate it all the way back to that original 99 position. So that's 1. Try your best not to shift too much of your weight as you lift that back leg up. Rotate it out to the side and out in front of you. Tap that heel down. That's 2. We're going to bring it all the way back to that 90-90 position, resting the leg down. 3 more. Lifting that right leg up, let it hover, straightening it out. Rotating that right leg in front, tap the heel, and rotating it all the way back. Perfect, 2 more. Lift, straighten, open, tap. Lift, rotate, bend, back down. 1 more. Lift, straighten, rotate, down. Lift, rotate, bend, back down. Wonderful. We're going to do our last one in this position before we switch sides. From here, we're going to do either hands on the hips or hands interlaced behind the head to bring an added challenge to this hip hinge. So from here, we're still in that 90-90 position with both knees. So if you're not there, go ahead and adjust. 90 degrees at the hips as well. From here, we're going to keep our spine nice and tall. Think string pulling you up from the crown of your head. We're gonna hinge forward. As you hinge towards your left calf, think belly button towards your left calf. You should feel a stretch in that left hip and glute. Go as deep and low into the stretch as you can control with your own strength before you come back up to center. So we're gonna do 5, that's 1, either hands behind the head or hands on the hips, whatever you prefer. We're gonna hinge forward, belly button towards the left calf, as low and as deep as you can hinge forward with your own strength and control before you come back up. That's 2. 3 more, hinging forward, all the way down. Breathe. Perfect, back up, 3, 2 more. Hinge forward, belly button towards the calf, keep the chest up, spine long and tall. Maybe go a little bit deeper this time. Back up, 4, last one here. Go as deep as you can, really challenging this range of motion. And back up, wonderful. From here, hands behind us, we're gonna rotate and swivel our knees over to the right. So same thing to the other side. Starting off with the back foot lifts. Hands either in front of your right shin or at a challenge, hands on the hips, upright torso, or hands in front of you in a fist, whatever you prefer. We're going to lift our left foot up off the ground, putting our hip in an internal rotation. You should feel your left outer hip really working and engaging here to lift. And then nice and controlled on the way back down. And again, that's 1. Lifting up as high as you can, holding, 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 holding. Nice and controlled on the way back down. Again, 3, hold, breathe. Back down. 2 more. Lift, hold. And back down. Last one. Lift, hold. Back down. Wonderful. This time we're going to do our left knee lift. So again, hands either on the hips, or you can have your hands to the either side of your right leg, whatever you prefer. We're going to lift that left knee up off the ground without rotating or shifting our hips. As high as you can, hold, and then nice and controlled on the way back down. We'll do 5, that's 1. We'll do 2, hold, hold, hold. Breathe, back down. Good, and again, 3. Hold. Good, back down. Again, 4. Back down. 1 more. Hold, lift, lift, lift. Back down. Good, take a second. Breathe, reconnect with your breath, making sure you're still breathing down into the lower belly, not up into the chest, not up into the shoulders. We're going to do our front leg lift, so we can have hands on either side of that right leg here. We're going to lift that entire right leg up off the ground, foot, ankle, knee, lift up using the strength of our groin and inner thigh, holding, and then nice and controlled on the way back down. Try not to let the leg plop back down. Use strength, control, grace. We're going to lift up again for 2, hold, hold, hold. Really try to externally rotate that knee down into the ground before you lower back down with control. That's 2. Again, 3. Lift, lift, lift. Hold, hold, hold. Ankle towards the ceiling, knee towards the ground. Rotate that hip open. Back down. That's 3. Again, 4. Lift, 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 lift. Good. Hold. Back down. Last one. Hold, lift, 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 control, back down. Good. Take a moment here. We're going to do our back leg lifts and rotations. So we can do hands on the hips if you're good with your balance, or we can do hands out in front of us, up to you. We're going to lift, we're going to shift our weight first into our right leg and our right hip. Then go ahead and lift that left leg up off the ground. We're going to straighten that knee out to the side, and then rotating that leg out in front of us. Tap the heel in the center of the mat, and then rotate that leg back out to the side. Bend the knee, drop the leg down back to that original 90-90 position. That's 1. We're going to shift our weight into that right leg and hip, lift that back leg up, straighten that knee, leg out to the side, rotate that leg out in front of you, tap the heel in front of you, lift back up. rotate out to the side, bend that left knee, drop back down. That's 2. And again, shifting the weight forward, lifting that left leg up, extend that left leg out, rotate that leg out in front of you, back down, tap the heel, and then rotate it back out to the side, bend the knee. Perfect. And again, we're gonna lift, extend, rotate, tap, rotate, bend, back down. Wonderful. Last one here, we're gonna do our hip hinges. So hands either on the hips or added challenge, hands behind the head. Making sure we're still in that 90-90 position. We're gonna hinge forward towards our right leg. Think belly button towards the calf until you feel a nice big stretch through that right hip and glute as low and deep as you can go into the hinge with your own strength and control. And then coming back up to center. That's 1, we'll do 5. Again, hinging forward towards that right leg, belly towards the calf, spine nice and tall, chest up and open. And then back up, that's 2. Still breathing here. And hinging forward again for 3. Maybe going a little bit deeper. Again, good. Wonderful, 2 more. At your own pace. Really challenge that range of motion. Build strength under control. Back up, 1 more. Wonderful. Back up. All right, go ahead and bring both legs back together, straighten them out in front of you. We just did a lot on the hips. Let's just do a gentle forward fold, reaching our hands towards our feet. You can round the back, relax the shoulders, drop the head, and just take a few deep breaths in to settle into this new position. Notice the sensations you might be feeling in the hips. Do your hips feel more open? Do they feel strong? Do they feel tired, fatigued? Do they feel weak? Do they feel tight? Do they feel open? Whatever you're feeling, not placing any judgments on them, just noticing and letting it be. Wonderful. We're gonna slowly roll back up. We're gonna lay flat onto our backs, bring our knees into our chest, hug the knees in, and we're just gonna rock side to side or stay still, whatever feels better for you in this moment. Still connecting with our breath. Fully exhaling out, either through the nose or the mouth. Many of us can be very stuck in our in-breath or inhale and forget to fully exhale and let it all go. But the exhale, the out breath, is just as important as the inhale. Not only do we want to bring oxygen into our body, into our system, but we equally as importantly want to expel any of the carbon dioxide and metabolic waste products out from our system. We don't want to hold it in. We want to let it out. We want to let it go. The down breath, the exhale, is also down regulatory, meaning it calms and eases our nervous system into a more relaxed state, versus the inhale actually up-regulates our nervous system into a more activated, energized state. So if we're constantly stuck in the up breath, then we're constantly energizing, up-regulating our nervous system throughout the day. So really emphasizing the exhales to settle into our body, to regulate and relax our being. Let go of any tension we might be holding on to throughout the day, throughout the months, throughout the years that we've held on to for way too long. From here, we're gonna extend our left leg straight out onto the mat, keeping the right knee hugged into the chest. We're gonna grab our right knee with our left hand, bring that knee across our body over to the left. Try to get that knee to touch the ground if you can. We're gonna extend our right arm out to the side, turning our head to face our right arm so we get a full twist through the spine here. Breathing into the space where you feel the most stretch in your body, expanding through the torso, lower back. Maybe you feel a stretch in your outer hip. Maybe you feel it in your shoulder or arm. Just noticing the sensations and trying to settle in to this position. If you notice yourself holding on to any unnecessary tension, either in your upper body, your torso, your rib cage, your legs, your hips, noticing where you're holding on and simply relaxing and letting it go. Wonderful. Go ahead and straighten that right leg back out to meet your left leg. This time we're going to bring our left knee hugged into our chest. Hold it here for a moment. Breathe. Wonderful. We're going to grab our right hand to our left knee. Bring that left knee across our body. See if you can touch that knee to the ground, extending your left arm out to the side, turning your head to face your left arm to get that full twist through the spine. And breathing into the spaces where you feel the most stretch sensation. Trying to expand, trying to create space. Noticing if you're holding on any tension in the upper body, in the shoulders, the neck, upper back, rib cage, lower back, hips, and simply letting it go on the exhale. Wonderful. We're going to go ahead and bring that left leg back out. And then however you'd like, I'm going to have us slowly roll on up back to a seat. Take your time. Wonderful. Let's take a moment to sit in a comfortable position, whether that's cross-legged, legs out in front, sitting on the shins and knees, whatever you need in this moment. Closing down the eyes if they aren't already. Connecting back into our breath. Noticing where your breath is starting from, where it's going. Are you breathing into the chest and the shoulders? Are you breathing down into the belly, dropping the diaphragm, dropping the pelvic floor, expanding your torso in all four directions, forward, back, out to the sides, like a balloon. Exhaling the tension away. This is a practice we can take anywhere with us. All it requires is us, our presence, our breath, our bodies, maybe a yoga mat, maybe not. But whether your practice is 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, just taking a simple moment to pause, come back to our breath, come back to our body, come back to our center, come back to our sense of groundedness, that rootedness to our bodies, to the earth, to our spirit, away from the stories that we cling onto so tightly that tell us who we are, why we are the way that we are, who we are in our communities, in our families, at work. Simply letting all of that go just for a moment and bringing it back to our center of awareness. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I hope this practice could have supported you in whichever way that it needed to in this moment. And I look forward to practicing with you again. Thank you.